Chapter 129, Destroy the Light 2. The closed-loop internal circulation is a little complicated. You should have fought against students from the extreme branch who could unleash energy field attacks. Then did you notice what would happen after they unleashed more than 10 energy field attacks? Luo Murong asked. They seem to be very tired. They need to drink level E energy restoration elixirs to recover their strength. Zhu Tui replied. That's right. Each of their attacks, regardless of whether they can hit the enemy or not, will consume a large amount of energy field power as long as they erupt. However, genetic ancient martial arts were different. As long as it did not explode on the target, the consumption of this energy field would be greatly reduced. This was what the closed-loop circulation meant. Of course, there are also many benefits to closed-loop circulation. These benefits can only be experienced after you successfully cultivate it, Luo Murong said. Thank you. Zhu Tui suddenly felt a little lucky. He was really lucky to have met a roommate like Luo Murong who could consult and guide him at any time. It would save him a lot of detours. Since the restrictions between teachers and students in the genetic ancient martial arts were not as great as he had imagined, Zhu Tui felt that it was still possible for him to be a disciple of a teacher. But not today. The location of the Genetic Ancient Martial Arts Association was a little far. Zhu Tui did not have the chance to participate in the actual combat exchange between the exchange team from the India sector on Thursday, but he still had to work hard for the preparations. There was also the research on the nerve-type reaction genetic base points that he could not do without every day. Zhu Tui planned to find time to visit the Genetic Ancient Martial Arts Association after Thursday. Today was Monday. He did not have to attend Wen Xiao's mental strength training class. Zhu Tui had not used the vacuum silver tantalum bottle that was used to train his mental strength much recently. He had the mind concentration technique that consumed his mental strength to achieve the training effect. The vacuum silver tantalum bottle could be used to train one's mental strength and the explosive power of it. However, Zhu Tui was practicing his flying swords and alloy silver pills every day. The speed of the flying sword and the alloy silver pill was sometimes fast and sometimes slow. The strength of the forging consciousness was much stronger than that. He casually scrolled through the special Weibo circle. That bastard Haruji had posted his declaration of challenging in Zhaok Saksui again today. He even added a sentence at the end. And Zhaok Saksui, if you don't dare, you can just admit defeat. Zhu Tui's lungs were about to explode from anger. Haruji was very clear about Zhao Xu's injuries, but he still continued to provoke her in the special Weibo circle. His real goal was to humiliate Zhao Saksui or provoke Zhao Saksui to fight on the stage. Then, he would take the opportunity to severely injure Zhao Saksui and take revenge. This was the result of Zhu Tui's calm analysis. It was the most correct and rational thing for Zhao Saksui to not respond to Haruji. This was what he knew when he was in a rational state. However, he could not stand it in reality. Under Zhao Xu's rational and correct actions, Haruji would post on Weibo every day to provoke her. He was too arrogant and infuriating. Moreover, Zhu Tui knew that Zhao Saksui was injured. Therefore, he only wanted to beat up the shameless Haruji. He even wanted to kill this bastard. However, most of the genetic newcomers, including the students of the Wuxia Genetic Evolution College, did not know that Zhao Saksui was injured. They were scolding Haruji for being a coward and shouting that Zhao Saksui was invincible. However, on the other side, there were also many people who went to Zhao Xu's Weibo to mock her. There were even some who started scolding her. Zhu Tui was furious. These people did not understand the truth. There was nothing he could do. However, he wanted to do something for Zhao Saksui. Zhao Saksui was Zhu Tui's teacher. She was the masked goddess in the hearts of all the boys in the Wuxia Genetic Evolution College. She was also the Usura goddess of war in Zhu Tui's heart. No blasphemy was allowed. After some thought, Zhu Tui made a call. Mr. Wei, I would like to ask you for a favor. Zhu Tui dialed Wei Dejiang's number. When he met Wei Dejiang at the Research Institute number 14 last week, Wei Dejiang had told Zhu Tui that he could call him if he was in trouble. Although Zhu Tui felt that these words were most likely just words of courtesy from an adult's perspective, he still wanted to give it a try. Hee, little Zhu Tui, tell me, what do you want me to do for you? Let me tell you first, if you do something bad that you can't hide, it's impossible for me to use my connections for you. Wei Dejiang's deep voice had a hint of mockery. Mr. Wei, have you seen Haruji's public challenge declaration from the special Weibo circle? Zhu Tui asked. I did. On the other end of the line, Wei Dejiang's voice immediately became serious. First of all, this is Haruji's private action. Secondly, you don't have to worry about this. You have to trust your teacher and the school. They will take care of everything. No, Mr. Wei, you know that Missen is injured and can't fight. Therefore, I want to fight. In the name of Miss Anne's student, Zhu Tui said. You want to represent Zhao Soxui to fight Haruji? You're crazy. Oh, no, I understand what you mean. You want to fight Haruji's students in the exchange team in the name of Zhao Xu's student. Wei Dejiang, who had reacted, said. Yes, Mr. Wei, I want to clear Missen's name. I don't want to see Haruji bullying people on Weibo. I don't want those students and colleagues who don't know the truth to anger Miss N. However, apart from not allowing the upper-year students to participate, the participants would only be selected from the second-year students. I don't even have the right to be chosen. I want you to help me, Zhu Tui said sincerely. On the other end of the line, Wei Dejiang was silent for a moment. Although in theory, first-year students can fight, and public opinion might be better, it's against the rules. Moreover, your strength was the key. The first-year Longhu list hasn't started yet. The school's overall rankings are too difficult for you. Even if I wanted to help you, there's no way to get in. Mr. Wei, what kind of entry point do I need for you to help me? Zhu Tui asked. Battle records. You need a battle record that the school will believe in. Coupled with Zhao Xu's identity as your teacher, I can speak up for you. Otherwise, would the school have arranged for you to go up on stage and embarrass yourself? Wei Dejiang said. Can you be more specific? Zhu Tui asked. This time, the school will be facing the candidates for the exchange team from the India sector. The selection range is in the top 50 of the Year 2 Longhu list. The mystery branch can be relaxed appropriately. However, if you want to be the candidate for this battle exchange, your results have to be more eye-catching. You had to at least make it into the top 30. Moreover, you can't just defeat one of them. You have to have a consistent and stable record. Wei Dejiang said. Thank you, Mr. Wei, I understand. By the way, Mr. Wei, when is the deadline for the selection of participants? Zhu Tui asked. Before Thursday. After thanking him again, Zhu Tui hung up. Before Thursday. Today was Monday. Zhu Tui still had 2.5 days. I have to hurry. Zhu Tui thought for a moment. He took a few bottles of Level E Energy Restoration Elixir and went to the Nerve Reaction Training Building. Zhu Tui felt that it was necessary for him to activate another genetic base point related to his reaction speed. Coincidentally, it was about time. The third genetic base point related to his reaction speed that he activated previously had also reached its limit. Of course, he could not activate the genetic base points that he was studying. Otherwise, all his previous efforts would be wasted. Genetic Research Institute, Institute 14. And Zhao Soxui was trying to move her new 3 severed fingers. All of them were alive and could move. However, every movement still hurts. It would take a week or 2 to completely recover. There are still 3 days left. I should be able to recover completely, however, that alone is not enough. After pondering for a while, and Zhao Soxui suddenly said to the air, Huang, push my mature clone into Laboratory 1. I want to conduct an experiment. Little Zhu, Laboratory number 1. How many do you want? Huang's voice sounded. All mature clones. In the research hall, the artificial intelligence, Huang, seemed to be stunned for a moment. Aren't you going to leave a medical body for backup? Let's do the experiment first. Help me prepare the equipment, and Zhao Soxui said. As soon as she said that, the advanced artificial intelligence, Huang, immediately became excited. That's great. I can come out for a breather again. Little Zhu, I've prepared a new body for myself during this period of time. Take a good look at it later. It's absolutely perfect. Hearing this, and Zhao Saxui placed her hand on her forehead. Ah Huang, if you dare to use my body as a prototype, I will definitely destroy your new body. No, definitely not. I've already learned my lesson. The advanced artificial intelligence, Ah Huang, promised desperately.